Hello gang, welcome back to the Long Dark. Lonelywolf through this Interloper run. Sports sucks, I missed those. Oh wow, the whole 0.2 Fahrenheit? Yeah, 0.2 Fahrenheit better. Whoopee. Anyway, we're gonna repair this. So our plans for today is to hit up the dam, and from there, I should have drank before repairing. Oopsie. What am I down to? I can actually drop condition now. So yeah, if you remember last episode, there was some weird glitch. I wasn't dropping condition at all. I really don't know why. It was the oddest thing. Couldn't tell you why.
Something to eat.
Ugh. Weather's not the greatest. It was like -2 even with all these decent clothes I finally got now. Anyway. Weather permitting, we're gonna make it all the way to the dam. And hopefully not die to any wolves. From the dam, we're going straight to Coastal Highway. I haven't fully decided what route we're going to take down from coming in. I think I'd prefer to hit up the watchtower first and then plop down onto the Constant Station from there. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Of course, everything just takes time. You gotta wait it out, play it by ear. Depends on weather and 10,000 other conditions. But barring anything really weird or nasty going on, we should be able to make the dam, warm up for a little bit, maybe even light a fire if the weather clears and we get some sun. From there, we'll just make a straight shot through the ravine and land up in the trailer at Coastal Highway. I can't really foresee doing anything else. I don't really know if I want to do anything else. At least at this point in time. Ultimately, I need tools. Getting tools is gonna be difficult as always. At least, let's just hope this time I don't immediately die to a wolf like 10,000 times in the past.
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, it's cold outside, -1. It's pretty early in the morning though, so I can't really blame the guy for being cold. I wish I had a hacksaw. I'd cut up some saplings if there were some around here. If there is a rope up there, I could climb up there, but I don't really feel like it's worth the climb because the best I could find up there is a magnifying glass. We do have the bedroll, which is nice. Just gotta watch out for wolves and moose through here. Be very careful. Very careful. I don't see any furry beasts. Doesn't mean anything though. You know, I was kind of happy that I didn't lose any condition last episode, but at the same time, I'm not one to abuse or want or look for glitches. So I'm honestly not sure what happened. Dude, let's see if this Karen has a story. I'm honestly not sure what happened. To cause me to not lose any condition. I'm wondering if it had something to do with the trapper's bed or what. I really don't know. It's just kind of weird as to what happened and why it happened. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I'm able to lose condition now, so it's not the end of the world, I guess. Ah, there's a wolf down that direction somewhere. So going through here, we won't have to worry about any wolves inside this area. We will once we pan, when it opens back up, out onto that little clearing spot. I don't really know if it has a name or not. We'll have to head up from there to the tracks because there's a moose and probably a wolf in that area. If we continue, that will block our way up to the trailers, but we're going to head up towards the dam. We'll stop off on the dam to warm up. Repair anything I deem needs repairing. Play some cards. sort out any spare inventory I don't want to worry about. And beyond that, I can't really think of anything else that I feel like I desperately need or need to accomplish for this episode. If it doesn't take too much time, then yeah, we'll just book it straight to Coastal Highway. The weather stays nice once I warm up. It's up to 7 degrees. I'd like something better than the combat boots I've got on, but I'm really not going to complain about having them. It is a nice and decent find. Almost looks like petroglyphs right there for some reason. Very interesting. I really hope this run on Interloper is the one, you know what I'm talking about, that finally makes it without dying immediately to a wolf. And last series was kind of a BS situation just due to the way the wolf AI turned out. But I was kind of stupid just to stay crouched and watch him approach me. It was like, fly you fools. And I just stood there like, herder, hi wolfie. So it's kind of my fault and kind of partially the fault of AI kind of being buggy. You know, if there's one fix, we are in straight moose territory. Oh, he's right there. I don't want to go up this way. I want to go that way. I can keep this wolf in front of me. I'm not going to really have to worry about wolves too much. I don't want to get rammed, though. My carrying capacity is already low enough as it is. Man, the moose has a really wide range that he'll take up. Because last I spotted him, he's all the way up at the trailers. And now he's all the way down here. That is a pretty excellent range to have. You know, we could have checked out the caboose. I don't really think there'd be anything in there besides newspaper, but it's not really worth it. Same with derailment. It could have been a backpack, maybe a thing of salty crackers. One better kitted up, but I'm not too worried about wolves. I'd consider it, but right now it's not on my bucket list to get mauled just for a box of crackers. Bad enough as it is just coming in this way to Hydro Dam with wolves. Well, he just took Mr. Deer Boy down. Nice to know that one wolf is sidetracked. Kinda hate wasting a deer to do that, as his carcass won't last. If I could have, I would have come up through this way, but Mr. Moosey Boy seems dead set on blocking that area off. Last time I saw him, yeah, that is a pretty big territory to hold, from down all the way over there in the open river access to all the way up here at the trailers. I can't even see where the wolf took the deer down. It sounded really darn close. Well, if this wolf isn't over here, I'll pick up the shrooms before popping into the trailer for a nap or something. Because I don't have any shrooms yet. I do have a thing of antibiotics now, thankfully, but I'd hate to not have natural remedies in case SHTF. But it is what it is. I'm just overfilling my backpack again. All of this is going to be getting dropped off at the Quonset station. I'm going to drop my weight down as close as I can. The only things I'm not going to drop is going to be like my water and my clothes. Yeah, let's stop in and warm up. Didn't drop anything behind in here, did I? No. Searched? What was in here? Ah, this is where I dropped everything. Well, let's see what I don't want right now. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm gonna keep the spare toque on me and leave that at the gas station. I don't want that. I want everything in there, but I don't need 2 mag lenses. Drop one off. They don't weigh much, so it's not like it's really dropping off a lot of weight. Don't really want to lose anything from here. Same with here. Alright, let's just pass time for an hour to warm up. Or, you know what, since we lost a fair amount of condition coming here due to being cold, let's actually burn up an hour or 2. With sleep to try and get even 1 or 2% back. %, okay.
So hungry.
Oh, it's foggy. It's not the end of the world, though. I can handle fog. Last time I came through here, this episode where I actually walked the whole trek to the whole way through here didn't make it up in season 5 because I would have had to have done a voiceover for it, and I don't like doing voiceovers for something like a Let's Play or a gameplay. I don't mind talking while playing. I think that's all fine dandy because I'm actually immersed in the moment and can come up with things to talk about during the time I'm in. You get the idea. But what happened was, recording on it, the audio from me speaking for some reason was just so quiet and I couldn't... I tried tweaking the track up and it just started distorting and everything and just came out really wrong. So I decided to just say screw it and let it be. Now here's where I wish I had my darn hacksaw. Could harvest these suckers straight up. Gonna have to wait though. Hopefully I find one at the Quonset station in Coastal Highway. Anyway, so the audio was gone pretty much. And from that episode, and the other problem with it was literally probably an hour and a half long of me literally just waiting a blizzard out by my fire. Ooh, Old Man Beard, I don't think I've collected any of that yet. Also, it's 30 degrees, we're almost warm with this parka on now. All I need to do is find one more thing besides the stupid sports vest to put in that layer, and I'll be okay. I'd love to harvest you, I really would, but again, I don't have the backpack space or the time. Best I can do is just check at the cave if it's got a backpack or not. I can't remember if this one ever gets a nudge just fire, whatever. Alright, not worth it. Not worth the wait. No, not Valve time weight, but weight as in heavy pounds, kilograms weight. I wish I could hunt these deer. Remember one time I was hunting deer and I lobbed an arrow at one and missed and it pecked up in the stone up there. I was so upset. Then again, it was just stalker, and I had like 12 more arrows on me, so it wasn't like it was the end of the world. You know what? I think I'll also start doing a stalker series. Let me know what you guys think about that. Go ahead and leave a comment about what you think about me doing a stalker series. It wouldn't replace Interloper, just go alongside it. If that's something you guys would be interested in watching or not. Because Stalker, well, I feel like I pretty much mastered Stalker. It's not that hard. At least to me. I know some people still struggle with it, but it's no problemo for me. Why is there just one random hunk of coal out here? I'll take it. Against my better judgment, because I'm already overweight. But I ain't gonna say no to free fire time. I think I'm gonna do a breakdown episode, whatever, of the additions that are coming to the Long Dark in the next update that they've just announced in the dev diary. It's a lot of cool stuff, very interesting. So I might do an episode on that and break everything down. I don't know, maybe not. I mean, all it is people reading, but like seriously, take Team Fortress 2. You've got pretty much right now the biggest one I think that I'm aware of is like Array 7, Uncle Dane, and Valve News Network that report on any changes, updates, etc. made to it. And then for Overwatch, you've got like Blame the Controller, Your Overwatch, Play Overwatch. I mean, there's like 10,000 channels for updates on Overwatch. And the thing I don't understand why these videos get so many views is because all they're doing is reading what the updates are, making educated guesses as to what's going to come next, giving their opinion on the issues. You know, if I could just like hold on to this deer and just like kill him, I would. Look, pal, it's not that hard to just go around me. Sheesh. Anyway. And so it seems to me like people would just rather watch their favorite like streamer or let's play or whatever do a breakdown of the episode, or the episode herder of the impending update or news or whatever that's come out than they would to just click on the dev diary or update log, whatever it is that would be available, and read about the changes that are coming. So I don't know, I feel like I'm fairly analytical, and I feel like some people would probably benefit from it. I feel like most people don't mind reading. Oh wow, we're actually net positive warmth. All I'm losing condition for is hunger now. Awesome. So I think doing a breakdown video on what I think's coming, what time it's coming on based off of past updates, my own hypotheses, etc. I was right last time about the Rugged Sentinel update. I was off by I think 2 days. There was some people going on in the Steam forums, which I've not been on in a while just due to my work schedule. This takes up more time than I care to throw at Steam, at least helping people in the discussions. I really want to get back into that. I should be able to soon. Anyway, there's a lot of people going on, oh, we've had the dev diary, there's going to be a December update, when is it going to land? All these people going on about it. You know, a lot of wild conjecture and hypotheses being thrown about, a bunch of fanboys saying, oh, it's going to be tomorrow, and then a bunch of shills saying, yeah, screw Hinterland. They're just baiting you on just to get more money, herder. Anyway, and so I went back and I looked at when previous updates were released, dev diaries surrounding those updates, you know, whole 9 yards, kit and caboodle on the whole thing there. And I was like, well, based off the last streak of updates, when they've said they're going to drop it, which is sometime in December, considering what time it already is now, you know, well along the whole list like that, I was like, it should be landing anywhere between, in my opinion, anywhere between like December 16th or 17th to the 21st or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was I said. Anyway, I ended up being pretty much right. I was like, I can't remember now, to be honest. I'll have to go back and look, but I think it was like the 18th or the 22nd or something like that the update landed. So I don't know, I just feel like it's stupid, but I think it would be kind of fun just to do a breakdown episode on dev diaries and then update logs or whatever that is that comes through. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, if that's just kind of boring or clickbaity or whatever, just let me know. I don't want to be like, oh, every other YouTuber ever. So it'll be what it'll be. I don't know. It might be. I think it would just be a fun project for me to do anyway, because it's so wildly different from what I normally produce. I can't imagine that it would be very enjoyable per se, but I mean, if somebody wants to watch it, by all means, I ain't gonna stop you. So yeah, out of transition regions, one of my goals is once we get fully set up in our kit here in Interloper. Ooh, this is where I spent out the blizzard on the episode that didn't get released. I had a fire right here and was nestled up in this crick. And just crook. There we go. And the wind would blow from that direction that way, and that would turn around and blow from that direction that way, but it never came full circle until like towards the very end of the blizzard and was blowing straight on me. So I just sprinted across the trestle into Coastal Highway to the trailer, and before I even got to sleep, the blizzard ended. So I was like, well, that was perfect timing. So I think I spent like 14 hours plus in game time waiting out a blizzard here on the fire. But out of transition regions, I think this one is my absolute favorite. That was a weird pop in for the fog. Alright. Jittery much. Simply because there's no predators, there's deer that spawn, there's rabbits. Well, that's why the fog pot is looking to clear up here. I do wish more of the lower area was explorable than currently is, but it's what it is. I don't mind. Anyway, I think this is my favorite transition region. The others are mines, you know, between Coastal Highway and Desolation Point, between Coastal Highway and Pleasant Valley. Those are both just mines. Beautiful day. Sun's starting to go down though. So I honestly don't know on that regard, on the different transition regions, but like you've got between Forlorn Muskeg and both Broken Railroad and Mystery Lake, the transition region's just a tunnel. Like, okay. So between Winding River, the Ravine, Old Island Connector, or Highway Connector, whatever it is, and then just the different mines betwixt the two, I feel like the Ravine's best. I haven't gone through any of the Milton ones yet. I do know it's a rope climb or a couple rope climbs. I'm not positive on that yet, but I know it's effort required to get there. Like, that is not, we're not going to Milton anytime soon. That will probably be after we've summited Timberwolf Mountain, and I may do Milton first in my Stalker playthrough if I end up doing that, which I probably will, before I go about doing it in Interloper, because I'm not that familiar with the region. I know from the Survival Bowl from Wintermute where you first crash, all the way up through to just the basic town area and the what's it called? I can't remember the name of it now, but the little farmstead that's there, and the little tower that's up there, the whole area around through there, the gas station, the little climbing park or wilderness park. That whole area I'm fully aware of. And I'm assuming the transition region's literally the same between story mode and sandbox. So it would just literally be that one rope climb down, and then that cave at the bottom, and then coming through into the cave that leads up just above Trappers there. I think that would be the transition zone between Mystery Lake and Rolling Muskeg, which doesn't seem like a bad transition zone, if you ask me. Another piece of coal over here. I'll take you. Also, I'll take these crow feathers too. I'm gonna be making bow and arrows at some point. I'm gonna want these guys. But on the subject of Wintermute, if you've not seen it, I've got it really crappy on my old microphone when I first started a series of Wintermute. But I'm gonna redo Wintermute, episodes 1 and 2, and episode 3, when it comes out in the next update, whenever that lands. Is there anything in here besides that cedar firewood that I'm half tempted to take? Shh. I don't belong on an episode of Hoarders, not at all. Alright, so from here, we're gonna boogie on over. Can you climb up here? I love climbing places you shouldn't. The rules don't apply to me. Oh heck, this is traversable. No sense going all the way around. There we go. Annie Wolves. There's a trailer down there, isn't here? I always forget about this trailer. I don't think I visited it last time. But, might be worth my time. This may end up being a longer episode because of it, but enjoyable. Why not? Alright, insta hop down. Yeah, the areas I'm so used to wolves being in Stalker are just sometimes clear in Interloper. It's weird. And sometimes the areas where you wouldn't expect to find wolves, there are some, and it's not consistent between the two game modes, and I think that's fair. You know, Stalker is all about wolves and bears. Like, that's literally the point of Stalker. This trailer doesn't seem to have much. How did you get snow on you being in here? Huh? Huh? You ain't got anything for me. Waste of my time. Oh well. I don't mind. Not particularly. I want to hit up the fire tower. I don't want to get eaten by a wolf on my way there. Both of these routes have their advantages and disadvantages. Can't believe I've got that bedroll though. I'm so stoked about that. Means I can do Timberwolf Mountain at some point. Alright, so we actually look clear from wolves. We should be able to hit up the tower no problem. The only problem is going to be between the mine entrance and the tower up there. Honestly don't know about wolf pathing through there. I know there's been some there before, I'm just going to have to be careful. I think once we get there though, we'll call the episode if we get there, rather than go all the way to Quonset in this episode. Because we've been going for a fair bit. I don't want to make episodes terribly long. I know the last episode kind of is too. Here's my fire tower. I could go harvest that deer down there if I wanted, but no. No, thank you. It would be interesting if you could trap or hunt birds. And just like harvest the crows for a whole buttload of feathers. Or if they died every now and again. Would be interesting. Like, imagine, for instance, that the crows actually came down to land and peck on their food like one at a time. Maybe like you have the 3 or 4 circling above and then one would come down and eat on the food. If you were quiet enough and got close enough, you could stone one like you did Bunny, but it would die out, right? If that were a possibility, you could stone a raven or crow or whatever they are. Crow, yeah, crow. And you could get crow feathers, you know, maybe like 10 or so off of a bird. You know, there's way more than that many feathers on a bird, but you have to think of 2 things, both game balance and not all feathers would be usable. But anyway, you could imagine stoning a bird and getting like maybe a half a pound of meat and a bunch of feathers. I don't know. I don't know if that'd be worthwhile to add or not. Now, let's see if this trailer's got anything for me. Despite being overburdened, I'm still holding up very well fatigue-wise. And this is where I had the issue with the wolf last time, was down there. Down that direction. Grrr. In case you weren't aware, if you're ever in the need for a very good heal, the best spots to heal, not necessarily for warmth benefits, but for healing percentage condition-wise, somebody went and did an in-depth study on this because they noticed it being different. And I don't know if I've got the, if I could find the discussion thread again, but trailers give you the most percentage healed, so like sip your tea and go to bed. and you will get the most from a trailer. I think they said you could get like up to like almost 40% from a trailer compared to like the worst I think was trappers, oddly enough, which gave like at best like 20 something percent. I can't remember. I don't know the raw numbers. Don't quote me on it. I'd have to go and look it up. But trailers were a fair margin above and beyond. Just listening for that bird that tells me if danger's near. Night's gonna be here soon. Still net positive, temperature-wise. No, we're not going to Pleasant Valley. Don't get me wrong. Just heading up over onto here to avoid wolves if there are any on this area. Because there often can be. I've never actually gone up this hill before. I didn't realize that it really existed up here. It seems to be the upper bounds of the region, though. Don't think any wolves come up here, but it sure is a nice way to bypass them. Boy, the sightline you get from up here. When I look out to sea and I see all these mountains out there, off in the distance, it gets me curious. How big is Great Bear Island? Or how far is it from the mainland? That's the ice out there, like there's mountains out there. Is that the mainland out that way? We don't currently have a coastline on the other side of the map, so I wouldn't know. I haven't heard the birds yet, but I'm going to be ultra careful about wolves. No warning burbs have gone off yet. Looks legit. Alright. I think we bypassed any and all wolves. We'll see what, if anything, besides matches the fire tower has in store for us. And, yeah, I think we'll call the episode there. Seems like as good as any time to do it. And then next episode, we can head down to the Quonset station and get kitted out and head over to Desolation Point, craft us some gear, make it back, pick up a game plan, go hunting, get all our deerskin hides that I need, all my rabbit skin hides that I need, get them curing, decide on game plan from there. Yeah, see, there's mountains along that whole range there, so is that literally mainland Canada off that way? This is the island here? What? Very interesting. I will take my dog food, my tomato, oh, pork and beans. My match-yaws. Reclaimed old widow. Mountaineering rope. Ugh. Choices. Don't see anything else of use up here hiding. Check under the chair a little. No. Alright, search cabinet. Anything good? Sewing kit. Yay. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here, and I will catch you guys in the next one, where we'll go to Quonset Station. Well, until then, I've been Lonelywolf, and I hope you have enjoyed. Go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think about whatever it was I rambled on about this time. Goodbye.